Story time. Singing my way out of a beatdown. All right. So this requires some context. It's probably going to run past 3 minutes. So I'm going to put a link in the description for the YouTube channel. Okay, but seriously, if you go over there, please subscribe. It'll help out the book I'm trying to push. All right, so context. Spanaway Junior High. I end up joining choir because 8th grade, why not? And by 9th grade, I am singing the national anthem because I was that dude that floated between tenor 2 and bass. So I get called in, and one of these sisters, these twins, she ends up playing the starting notes. And so it was a little bit too high. It was a third too high. And so I cracked on Rocket's Red Glare. We scaled it down, and then the next day rolls around. I'm thinking we're all good. Mr. Williams says, just go with it. He mouths that when she starts it on the same note. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to crack. And Rocket's Red Glare comes around. I mean, I was throwing soul into it. And here's the deal. So when they announced my name, you can hear audible gasps around the crowd. I was that well known and that awkward. So let me take a sip of coffee because coffee. So I get up there and I'm, tearing it up. And then I hit Rocket's Red Glare and I crack again. I say GD into the mic. I'm not going to say the actual words. And then I continue in falsetto when I see the principal and vice principal looking at each other, thinking, are we going to pull them off stage? Like literally, I think that was the conversation that I read on their mouths, because I could read mouths back then. And still can. But yeah, I get off there, I finish in falsetto, tail tucked between my legs. I avoid people for the rest of the day. The next day rolls around, and I'm still avoiding people because that was public embarrassment in front of 1,300 students at Spanaway Junior High. And that was my moment to shine, and I failed. So I'm over by the choir room because nobody takes lunch over there. And sure enough, keep in mind too, to hit a little bit more context. My friends were Bloods, and these 3 kids were wannabe Crips. And I was thinking to put on for the Bloods. My nickname used to be the Down White Boy. That's because I didn't really turn down fights. Partly because I knew if I could hit them hard enough, they'd stop trying to fight me. Back to story. Oh, I spilled coffee. Nobody Padre spitted the coffee. But back to story. These 3 wannabe Crips come on by the choir room. And I'm thinking, oh crap, I'm going to get my butt beat again. And as they're saying, oh, you look a little scared. You a little scared? No, I'm good. How you doing? And then one of them said, I bet you can't even sing. That was my out. I'm like, okay, I'm clinging on. Yes, I can. I can show you right now. All right, so I had to sing the national anthem. I sang it at my tone, so a third lower. And I killed it. I threw in soul. I threw in heart. I threw in all the desperation of a man literally singing for his life. And you know what? It worked. And so they're like, oh, well, like they had that reaction. I'm like, I guess you can sing. Like one of them said that. I'm like, yep. And then mustering all of the confidence and courage that I could. I'm just like, I try to walk and strut right between them confidently, shoulders square, head up. You have a good one. I was terrified off my tail. That was the place in school where basically you could scream and people would be like, it's just the choir room. True story. And I could still pick out 2 of them in the yearbook. The third one, I know he was real close friends with Deontay, but I can't remember the third one's face so much. I'll look it up. It's just the yearbook compared to what I was seeing. But yeah, that's how I sang my way out of a beatdown.